Hello, everybody, and welcome to the big chat. We're glad you're here. We got a great show lined up for tonight, and, well, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. First off, I need to say a few thank yous.
Cheers that Quinn's gone.
Yeah.
I'm a badass.
Thank you to the Parapost Network for allowing us on. We are live on Yerg's Radio at yergsradio.com. You can go over there and check out all your favorite Sportcat shows, both live and on tape delay. You can find us on WDJY in Atlanta and Radio Free Nashville, which stands for WRFN in Nashville, Tennessee, as well as Los Alamos. I said that wrong. California, New Mexico. Hell, wherever.
How much have you been drinking?
Wish I had. I was so excited when I saw that Jerry was going to be hosting the show tonight. I was like, oh. Then I did the breaking news, TikTok, Instagram, Reel. I did it all. And hello, Brenda, and hello there, Rock Hard. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Please remember, thumbs up, like, follow, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, yeah, we got Quinn out of the house. Are you happy? I'm not happy.
I'm happy he's gone. He just should have went last week.
The only thing I will say about this is that Quinn is a better player than Angela. The only problem is he just got caught doing it.
Well, I mean, she's the level of crazy that, like everybody said, you don't know what to believe.
She is crazy. I'm doing pretty good, Rock Hard. It's been a crazy day. Chris, hello, welcome. She's the crazy the show needs, but she's just.
Like I said, I give it
conversation. She's got to go find out why.
Like I said, I give it 2 weeks after the show's done. They're shipping her ass out.
Yeah, I don't know that she'll be involved in many of the. What did she say the other night? She would even try.
Oh no! Hold on. She would. If they have a pot.
Because I got high.
Unless it's illegal.
Hey, but she's like a cockroach.
This is definitely illegal.
Yes. You can't just stomp on her and get her out of the house. Poor Leah. Poor Leah.
Finally admits to everybody that she has a crush, and
then out the door, baby. She's kind of like been the Black Widow this season. Everything she's been involved with is gone. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, pretty much every single thing she liked or situation she got involved with. Of course, it didn't help that Angela was behind the scenes in it up, but you know.
Well, I mean, Cam's still here, so.
Cam he's going to win the game. Because he's, well, I mean, if they get out Kimo next, he's the only other guy. He's going to run the table. If it's a physical comp. I mean, Makensy and Rubina are athletic. Chelsie won't be able to play this one, so who knows, but Ticor's not going to win a physical comp. Kimo's not.
I think it'll just depend on what it is.
Well, I heard from some other podcasters today, because, you know, I'm nosy and I listen to all of them. Like, they listen to us. And the rumor is that it's going to be the one that they put them on the thing where they sit on the rope and they spin them around. Or maybe they stand. I can't remember. And the last one not to get slung off the ropes is the winner. MJ, Leah would probably stand a fairly decent chance of that. Rubina, too. Low center of gravity.
I was going to say, with her being so tiny.
Yeah, so she would stand a good chance at that one. So I guess you're right. It depends on the comp, but that probably I don't think would be a comp for him. I mean, it could be wrong, but
not for Kimo.
Bulky. No, definitely not Kimo. But for Cam, maybe he played football. He's probably got good hands. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, but he does have those big ass feet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. If you're standing, that would be a disadvantage on a rope not that big. Yeah, that would be. So, you know, that reminds me, you probably didn't do this, but when we were kids in gym, they had a rope attached to the ceiling and we had to climb up it. And the only thing saving us if we fell was like a padding that thick. Yeah, I didn't care. So, but I was fat and out of shape, so I never got up it. I usually made it like the first one. I was like, and fell over, and then they were like, "Get out of here! What's wrong with you? You're a failure. You'll never amount to anything." And look, they were right. So, but yeah. So who knows what they're going to do? But if it is that comp, man, if it's that comp, I don't know. Hands off, Rubina or Leah. That's my guess. If it's that comp.
What, who's going to win it, or
yeah, who's going to win it?
See, I feel like it'll be Rubina or MJ.
But if they're spinning them and there's a height advantage, of course, here's the other thing: what if they get motion sickness? Because they've had players puke while actually being spun around. It's a thing. So, who knows?
Don't know on that one.
I don't either. It does make for good Big Brother. I would have much rather seen Angela go than Quinn, but we get another week of craziness. So, and
we've got what, 5 more weeks?
No, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. No, it ends October 13th, so 4. So,
I was going to say, because while Angela was going out the door after she voted, she was saying that Nan'll see you in, I think she said like 5 more Saturdays or something.
Yeah, I think she's planning on. Well, I mean, she's a jury either way, so yeah. Reminds me, I need to look and see. They've got a 2-hour episode coming up here in the near future. It's too late for a double eviction, I would think. So the 2-hour one, I don't know what that could be. And that didn't help me very much, Paramount. Thank you. So what's dragging? What's dragging you? Did you get something stuck in your wheelchair? What's going on?
There's probably a boob.
They need to make a big sister. Well, Brenda, the government's always watching you, so just count it as that. So
Well, so we started off last night's episode with Kimo saying him being back up on the block again could be an opportunity to break up the trio. And Angela decides to go, I guess, try and sweet talk MJ per se. And, MJ's letting her do her thing, but she says that, her and Angela are fine, but she's not working closely with her.
She's not working closely with anybody.
Nope, not since week 1.
Yeah.
So she goes up to the HOH room, and everybody, I guess, was watching her and Angela down there. And Chelsie says that she has a fear of Leah winning the veto again and using it on Angela again. So MJ, Chelsie, Cam, and Quinn, who were up there, agree that they're going to keep the nominations the same. And Quinn, of course, doesn't think that Leah would do it again. But he says that he's getting the vibe from Chelsie that she would put up Leah, even though she's not outright saying it. And maybe I just wasn't watching that closely, but I didn't really feel like him and Joseph were that terribly close. But he says he can't lose another friend after Josef just going home.
Well, they had a final 2, and they were in an alliance.
Well, but so did him and Tucker.
Yeah. I think the only one he didn't have a final 2 with was probably Kenny.
Probably.
Damn it.
But so Quinn then decides to go and run his mouth to Leah about everything. And Leah says that she would not use the veto again because her whole goal in saving Angela last time was to get her to jury, which she did. So she said she wouldn't use it again. But she's worried that herself or Quinn could be put up. And also that she does not trust anyone in the house but him. And then I feel like Angela gave us the line of the century of, I'll do a pot with you guys if you have a pot. As long as it's not illegal.
What is a pot? Is it you put your head over a steaming? I don't know.
It reminds me of that Vine from several years ago. It's like, Chris, are you doing a weed? But at
as long as it's not illegal. As long as it's not illegal. Yeah.
And she's apparently going to go take a shot with Kimo too. So.
Yeah. I can see that.
But so MJ thinks that at this point, Kimo is the biggest threat because he always has T-Core and Rubina's votes. And MJ tells Chelsie that her and Quinn had a discussion about potentially keeping Angela, which Chelsie thinks could be smart in order to weaken the trio. And then Cam is just sitting there in the bathroom, or it was either in the bathroom or outside. I don't remember off the top of my head. He didn't have his shirt on, so I wasn't really paying attention. Going over his tattoos with T-Core and Chelsie, and him being very vulnerable and opening up so much just made Chelsie like him more.
Yeah.
So then Quinn, MJ, and Rubina are picked to play in the veto comp. And once again, MJ says she wants the votes to stay the same. See how long that lasts.
I've been hearing rumors, but we'll talk about that later.
So MJ also tells Chelsie and Rubina that she wouldn't use it. And then we go to OTEV, where they have to search for digital trash with the correct evicted house guest's name on them. And then I guess they got hit with some lovely hot sweltering e-waste. So the first and only question of the competition is that they have to get the name of the evicted house guest who didn't get to play in the new rule comp, which I thought it was going. Everybody's thought process was going to be a lot more stupid, but they were also partially right, but they weren't thinking fully ahead. So when Angela was like, oh, well, MJ's still here, so it's Tucker. I'm like, okay, well, she's not completely wrong, but she just wasn't backing up enough. So I loved Leah's take that Angela stomped up there like she wanted to speak to OTEV's manager.
Oh my God! Yes, she did.
Even I was like,
"What was that big baby?" God, what was that scene where the big baby and it was just dong dong dong? That's what it reminded me.
She made her way up there, and she didn't falter at all either.
She wasn't gonna lose.
Nope. Or was she?
Wasn't very bright.
So it's getting down to, at this point, it was only Quinn, Chelsie, and Kimo who hadn't picked something yet. And it just does a quick pass, and Chelsie is giving Quinn the dirtiest look, just as he's walking away with his piece of trash. So then it's down to Chelsie and Kimo, and Chelsie is like, okay, well, all of my people are already up there that I need, so she just goes back without anything. And MJ is the only one to pick Cedric. And Chelsie says that OTEV was right. They were all a bunch of dumbasses.
Yes. This is a cast of dumbasses. They weren't listening.
It's it would be one thing if they were like, oh, it was Joseph, and then I'd be like, yeah, you fucking dumbass. But I mean, it's not like they were so far out in left field.
No. The only thing I guess CBS could have started off with a softball question. They could have followed ABC like they did when they did the interview the other night on TV, or the debate. They threw softballs at one of them. So they could have done that. But instead they started with a hard one. It makes me wonder what the next question was. So somebody sat for 6 weeks and went through things to come up with questions on for a 5-minute comp. And you saw how
elaborate,
massive and elaborate that it was. Animatronics, they had all kinds of cool stuff. Trash talking panda, love it. And I also
the Brooklyn trash talking panda.
Yes. and then that was great. I'm also wondering how long it took them, how long that production just filmed them digging, knowing after they lost it on one question, they were going to need every ounce of footage that they could get. Did it really take them that long to dig through that?
They're like, no, we've got to stretch the footage out as far as we can.
Yeah. So, it was so bad Julie didn't even show up. So
She was just like,
yeah.
You're fired.
So, either she didn't want to meet Quinn. I don't know. One of the other.
Jerry seemed very happy about it. So
He did. And I got to say, it was very ironic that history was made tonight and that he was the one that brought Quinn out, who was named after his TV character. I mean, if that's not the universe aligning, I don't know what is.
But so obviously, for the bunch of dumbasses, MJ wins the veto, and Chelsie is like, oh, it's fine because MJ will do whatever I want her to. And that is the first time in Big Brother history that OTEV has been won in one round.
Yes. Another record. This is a season full of records.
Mm-hmm. So then Angela can't sleep. And I love the music that they use during that because you just hear it the minute her eyes open.
Yeah.
And she notices people are missing. And in Big Brother, you know that that's not good.
And I have my senses. I've got a sixth sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So she thinks that everybody who's outside is plotting to get rid of her, and that's Quinn, Leah, and the trio, Kimo, T-Core, and Rubina. And so I love that she makes the comment, as soon as she comes outside, everybody is white as a ghost.
Yeah. I mean, they were probably like, oh, God.
What the hell are you doing up?
You're old. Aren't you supposed to be in bed, lady? Yeah.
It's past your curfew, Angela.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Go to bed.
So,
obviously, there were people talking, obviously.
And so she goes and tells Chelsie that she was eavesdropping, which she wasn't really eavesdropping. She just
dropped.
Walked right outside. It's not like she was on the floor again with her ear up against the door. She just...
Well, you'd notice before, though, she did go to every door, and before she went outside, and she was like, oh, they're outside. They've got to be doing something. They're up to something bad, heinous.
Burn them, burn the witches. So she goes and tells Chelsie that Quinn and Leah have solidified something with the trio. Because she very clearly heard that happen. And so then it comes to Chelsie and MJ talking, and because of Angela's nice little bout of paranoia, starting to make Chelsie think, which kind of glad it did in a way.
I know you want it.
Well, I mean, he needed to get out of there. He needed to go. You want to still see him there?
Well, I mean, no, my guy was there.
I'm a badass.
I'd have preferred him be there, but
he would have made a much more solid move on Leah than Quinn did.
Obviously would have, yeah. He's a video store manager. Come on. You know he would.
But up against a nurse recruiter?
But wait a minute. Yes. That just hit me. He's a nurse recruiter. So he should be used to talking to females. I still don't understand how he's a nurse recruiter and he isn't an RN. I have never in my 30 some years in the medical profession.
Did they flat out ask him if he was an RN?
No. Good evening, Dixon. They didn't, but it seems like he would have admitted that at some point during the season.
Guess to make somebody feel bad for him or something.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. A nurse recruiter in Oklahoma, he didn't stand much of a chance, but my guy's gone.
I'm a badass.
I'm still sour about it.
So Chelsie basically,
okay, let me have my time.
You're still grieving. I understand. So
that's all I got to say.
So Chelsie and MJ are going back and forth on switching up the game a little bit, and she is saying to basically take down Kimo, but then when MJ and Quinn were talking before, they were talking about keeping Angela, which I don't recall hearing that much of a conversation between the two of them about that.
No, I don't think that it was shown that much.
But so then I just, nobody can just keep their mouth shut in this house at all.
It's like a telephone.
I don't get it. I mean, with Quinn, it kind of makes sense that he would go run his mouth to Leah to get his dick wet. But MJ then proceeds to go tell Quinn that, hey, it's either you or Leah. Sorry. So he then runs frantically up the stairs to plead his case.
I kill you right now.
And Chelsie was like, but you've been a little shady, and I'm pretty sure that you're working with other people. So,
well, in fairness, he had a final two with everybody. So,
and Chelsie is then thinking that, you know, he wouldn't go after her after, but MJ is kind of like, where is my John Cena noise whenever I need it? Are you sure about that?
Well, we'll talk through this because I don't know that it was in her best to get him out. Because Chelsie has already said to Cam that if it was between Chelsie and Leah, she felt like he wouldn't pick her.
He'd pick Leah. Well,
now he can no longer be blocked. He's got free and open access to Leah. So, and Leah can, spread her little glitter power or whatever. And
now, Lisa's gone.
Well, she
Tina's gone.
She could do something. I don't know what she could do, but she could do something.
She could bat her eyelashes. That'd probably work.
Cry. Well, no, the crying is for.
Please play with me.
I can't stand her. So she's going to be one of the greatest players in Big Brother history, and I'm going to hate her.
Well, as Quinn goes on to say from tonight's episode that some of his favorite Big Brother players were horrible players. So.
Yeah. He wasn't lying. He had some good lines. I was glad for that. He took that part in stride, but I have no problem with him out the house. See you.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you in a few weeks. I've been in here too long with you bastards. I don't need a hug. You didn't want to hug me. When you don't want me here, get out of my way. You're blocking my way to Jerry.
You don't like hugs anyway, so.
Yeah.
But so last night's episode did not show the veto. They showed it on tonight's. I guess probably because they needed more footage.
Yep.
So Jerry O'Connell graced us with his presence this evening. Since Julie has COVID.
She's going to be okay.
Yeah, she's good. She doesn't have a sore throat anymore, so she's good. So MJ vetoes Angela, and Chelsie puts Quinn in her place. And his face after that said a whole lot. It was just, he's very expressive most of the time, and he was just like,
yeah. Yeah.
So in Chelsea's mind, from Angela's mind, she says that she has been given information that might hurt her later on in the game. So that's why she decides to put Quinn there. And that is
shit.
Just a little bit.
It's the hair.
But Jerry got to touch it.
He did.
So I guess from Angela's mind to Chelsea's mind, from Chelsea's mind to MJ's mind, is also making MJ question whether she can trust Quinn as well. And Chelsie thinks that it's a strategic move, which I will give her that it is. But again, for him to be the first one in jury.
By you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he may have time. He was salty. Speaking of which, hello, salty dog, and thank you. He was salty, but he might get over it. He's not playing Big Brother, but he's still in Big Brother, so
it's possible. And then again, another wonderful line from Angela. She's like a cockroach. You can't kill her.
God, how I want to.
And Quinn makes a very bold statement saying that Angela is the greatest player in Big Brother history for having the veto used on her 3 times.
Little pig, let me in.
I just can't. I can't. I will not. I can't. Even if she gets put on the block every week right up until the end and wins the damn thing, and she is one more stuff and done, I will never claim her as the greatest. I can't do it. It hurts my soul. Usually these old people go first.
We'll get t-shirts that say "Not my HOH."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then, you say that, and that reminds me of something Chelsie did say that I thought was so stupid. How many people are left? What, 9? So she said that she didn't want to get blood on her hands.
I have to go look through my list here.
I'm counting in my head.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
She doesn't want to
now.
get blood. Okay, well, 8 now. She doesn't want to get blood on her hands.
I think you just targeted the one that you would get the most blood on your hands.
Yeah, because now, theoretically, whoever wins this next HOH, their team could carry to the rest of the season, in theory, because they just took the middle people out, the strongest middle person player.
Mm-hmm. So
Unless
now
somebody flips.
Now it's Cam, Chelsie, MJ, Leah, T-Core, Kimo, Rubina, Angela.
Yeah, there's Angela in the middle. And
who has voted against Kimo the last 2 times.
That's right.
So now
I'm not sure.
After part of tonight, though, I wonder if Leah would be able to
Well, I'm also wondering if they're not trying to bank on picking her up. One of the two sides.
I would say probably, but it'll depend on what week it is of which side.
Yeah. And then it depends on what Angela stirs up. I mean, she's what we wanted for the season. I mean, let's not lie about it. She's what we wanted. She's the player we don't want, but we deserve.
Well, she's the player you love to hate.
She is. And she is like a cockroach. So she's not Taylor. She's no Taylor. I was not a Taylor Hale fan, but
hold on. Let me get my.
she's no Taylor Hale. I did not like Taylor, but she is not a Taylor Hale. There's no. So no.
Hey,
no.
maybe Angela will get a Lay's sponsorship after this.
Hopefully she'll get a Twinkie sponsorship. So I said that out loud, and I'm gonna burn in hell. So
You are creepy as shit.
I know I am, but yeah. I don't know. Something else at the house. Yeah, there you go. Maybe she'll get a pickle sponsor. So,
No, that'll be me.
well, I'm working on that right now. So
Okay. So Cam and Chelsie are talking, and this is all from tonight, that they both agree that Quinn has been really shady and that he would probably do whatever it took to better his game for him to win. And when Quinn and Leah are in the unicorn room talking, he says that he is very confused on everyone's logic and feels very, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. He said he feels very alone against the trio, but he still has what he thinks he has the other four.
yeah.
But Leah is super peeved at Angela because of her paranoia getting the better of her and her going to Chelsie that her and Quinn were finalizing stuff with the trio, blah, 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 blah.
Which is the same thing that got my boy out. Her paranoia.
And she's just peeved that that Angela threw her under the bus. And Angela specifically told Chelsie that she heard an alliance being formed between Quinn, Leah, and the trio.
Yes.
She didn't hear shit.
No.
She saw Quinn and Leah and the trio hanging out in the backyard, laying on the beanbag chairs, playing pool. She didn't hear shit.
Bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Yes, we were.
So I think it's very strategic of Leah to take advantage of Angela feeling bad. But then Angela decides to pull a move of going to talk to Chelsie about it. And, I'm just going to play stupid. And just let her have her moment and make her think that, my age is showing here and I don't remember anything. And Chelsie is just like, I don't know why the hell you're bringing this shit to me. That's between you and her. Exactly. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So Leah is worried and what she said was looking for other votes to keep Quinn. I feel like we might as well have inserted a picture of her like Cam of just.
Oh, yes. Yes.
She wasn't out doing anything.
No.
So then they decide to play a fun little game of Kiss, Marry, Evict. And obviously, Chelsie would kiss Cam. He said it would be the best time of her life. Kimo said that he would kiss Quinn. And Leah said that she would marry Quinn. So that... I feel that. I feel that. So
Saucy, it may not be the way, but it's a path. It's a path. We have to take little steps.
So Quinn decides to use that as like, oh, well, this is my opportunity to hop out of the friend zone. So then everyone is trying to get Leah to come in so that she'll kiss Quinn. She won't do it. But then back in the unicorn room alone together, he pulls her over and is like, hey, is it just because you don't want to or because it's strategically not a good idea? And she's like, it's the second option. And full on admits to the camera that she has a crush on him. Spoiler alert, he goes home.
He got to meet his namesake. You know, she should have grabbed him as he was going to walk out the door. And
that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I granted, I might have looked away to been writing something down, but I didn't even see the two of them go near each other.
What I did see is Rubina tried to give Quinn a friendship bracelet on the way out the door. And he said, I don't want it. Thanks, though. Interesting. You soured the first vote in the jury, but they got to go meet Cherry. He was looking dapper.
I still would have liked to have seen him come out in the dress, but
well, I think it was a shock enough to the show, or to the players. I can't imagine if he'd come on in a dress.
I think it would have been great TV.
Oh, I'm not denying it, but I don't know that the house guests could have stood it. They'd have probably lost it.
But so Quinn is continuing to go around and beg for votes. He's going around to each person, tells MJ that, you know, if she votes for him, he won't backdoor her next time. And she's like, oh yeah, I believe you. I can tell you're being honest. Like, look to the camera. I don't know if I can trust him. And Cam still thinks strategically that it's better to get rid of him.
For Cam, it is.
Mm-hmm. And Quinn just flat out tells Chelsie that, well, hey, if I win HOH next week, I'll probably just pick Rubina to pick somebody out of the trio to go. And
basically, he promised her an HOH if he had won. I mean, basically,
I guess.
He could have been lying, though. That's been happened. That's been done before. It's Big Brother.
I mean, I could the list of his lies I can't keep track of. So Chelsie says that her head is spinning and she's not sure at this point of what to pick, because how it comes down to it is that if it goes to a tie, like, she has to go into this knowing who she's going to pick, because if there's a tie, she's got to be the tie-breaking vote. Yep. So she goes to talk to MJ for her opinion. And Chelsie also flat out says it's very hard for her to trust Quinn. And then we get down to everything where everybody's getting ready to vote, and Kimo just grabs Quinn's leg, and he's like, quit. But
Yep.
Kimo basically, repeats most of the same stuff that he said last week. But Quinn's was pretty great. That might have been, if I was on the fence, that might have been something to sway my vote. That says he wants to stay, and not just because so many of the house guests want to kiss or marry him. So they need 4 votes to evict. And it was a 4-2 vote. The only 2 people that voted to get rid of Kimo were Leah and Angela.
Yep.
And I say this, like, I want to know where Angela's head was going into this, but I also really don't want to know.
She probably doesn't.
And T-Core, Rubina, Cam, and MJ all voted to get rid of Quinn. And Rubina gives Tucker a little shout out. And so once Jerry announces everything, Quinn just calls everybody out and is like, y'all are so lame.
Yep. Gets up and pretty much exits the house.
And rejects Rubina's affections of the friendship bracelet. And I loved Jerry's questioning of him as compared to how Julie typically does, because he was like, hey, you ran out of there pretty fast, man. What's going on with that? And he said that he didn't feel the need to sit around and be like all sappy about it. And he flats out admits that he was a liar the whole time.
Yeah, he owned it.
And says obviously that he felt the closest to Leah the whole game, and he rated his own game pretty low. About a 7.5 out of 12, I believe it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7.2, but yeah, it was.
Yes, 7 something out of 12.
12. That was kind of an odd number, but.
But he was most happy about all the free clothes that he got, or his free costumes.
Well, but what the heck? I've seen T-Core wearing Joseph's shirts, and she had on his jumpsuit the other night. So did Joseph not get his? I mean, he was.
He might just not have taken them.
He might not have won them. He might have been like, "I'm done with you people." There are some people like that. There are some people in the Big Brother show. I mean, one of my best exits of the house was, what was it? Cornbread? What was his name? He basically, it was week 1, and it was back when they had the house closed down and the cameras weren't live for 2 weeks before the week of the show. So they technically had 3 weeks in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had him believing that they were going to keep him over whomever it was. And they were lying, and he was falling for it. And as soon as the vote come out, he got up, walked out, and turned around and yelled, "Fuck y'all." And I will say, I reached out to him at the beginning of last season when we decided we were going to do this show, and he talked to me. But he said, I will never talk about Big Brother again as long as I live nor watch it. So some people and for some reason, this season, they seem to be more emotionally invested in each other. I'm not sure why that is. It could have to do with the fact that they don't have a lot of time to process because of the AI arena. Who's going to leave, because it could flip, it could do, so, and it's kind of an acute process or reaction. But this season, they've become more emotionally invested in each other than I think they have in past seasons. And I don't know why.
Well,
I'm not there for it, but
I wondered too if maybe the like the similarities in age so much.
This was a good cast. Whoever did the casting for this season did a good job. They really did.
Except for Kenny.
Except for Kenny. Fuck Kenny. So, Kenny, if you want to come on and talk about Boston Strong, bring it.
Bring your wife.
I know you bring your wife. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, they did a great job casting. I mean, I think Dr. Phil had to have some help with it. So, but yeah, so they did do a good job. I have enjoyed this season more than I have other seasons in the past few, because there's been more drama. There's been more Big Brother than there has been in the past few. More traditional gameplay.
I think the added AI aspect did a lot.
And speaking of added AI, where the hell's she gonna go?
Is she seeing the world? Miss Ainsley made an announcement to everybody that she has to go find out more about humans. So she is leaving her junior AI in charge.
And he will be in the house soon. She said he will be in the house soon. I'm thinking it's probably, we're reading too much into it, and it's probably Zingbot, but I don't know.
Oh, shoot. Rubina pulled out her tinfoil hat, so.
I mean, and they haven't had a double eviction, so they're going to be thinking, oh God, that's coming.
Or since there is going to be a 2-hour episode coming up, is there a possibility that they bring somebody back?
They did not show Quinn his goodbye messages.
True.
Because you would not show, and he did not say, stay tuned tomorrow to see the goodbye messages in my full interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that could have just been because they were scrambling to get a guy on set, but he pretty much word for word stuck with the playbook. He did a great job. Mm-hmm. I really think he did a great job. For learning, he flew from New York this morning learning that he was doing it. So
wow. Because I can only speak to like how they do it on Drag Race, but typically whenever they end up like doing a double elimination, they end up bringing somebody back, or when they've brought somebody back, then there's a double elimination. So
could be. Well, it's not gonna be anybody that was out of the house before jury, because they're tainted now. They could come in and tell them all kinds of things. So that's out.
But I also feel like at that point, with Quinn having just been evicted, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for him to come right back that fast. If that was, if we're not reading too much into that.
Expect the unexpected. Well, one thing that, and I've called Julie Chen out on this at the beginning of the season, you remember, she said she was going to be much more involved with the cast than she has in previous seasons.
And she has not.
And tonight would have been a perfect example. Don't tell the cast she's got COVID. Put AI in there. Put her in the little box. They could have done it.
Yeah, I mean, they did it with the AI instigator and everything. Yeah. And what they were doing with what was it that Quinn had? The power of the whatchamacallit, HOH. I don't remember what it was called.
HOH takeover, yeah.
So they totally could have done it.
Easily, I think. very easily. I mean, shoot, they've got hundreds of hours of Julie Chen talking and being on Big Brother. It wouldn't be that big of a stretch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm not that I'm complaining about Jerry. I mean, I think he did a great job. Kudos to him. And, you know, he has been a fan of the show for a while. Had to be pretty stressful to find out this morning live. He found out on live TV this morning in New York City and fly to LA or Burbank to the studio. So, yeah.
Wow.
So that had to be pretty stressful. So, and I mean, I'm sure as an actor, he's had plenty of experience doing live, but this is Big Brother live. This is a different live. You got a cast full of idiots in the house that you don't know what they're going to do. So, but yeah, he did a great job. And I liked him in the pinch to do it. This is the first time in 26 seasons that Julie's missed an episode. So.
Yeah, like I said, I liked kind of that he took more of a dig at Quinn with his questions to him.
Yes. Oh yeah, Julie wouldn't have been that snarky. So.
One thing that I did find very odd though was the frequent breaks there at the end. Did you notice that? Yeah,
it seemed like that. But then I kind of attributed it to, like I said, they just flew this guy in from New York. And, yeah, I mean, granted, he's an actor and a professional and blah, blah, blah. But.
Well, I thought it was weird to cut to a break right after talking to Quinn just to come back for Ainsley's announcement.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little odd.
Yeah. Well, why not fill the time with commercials? Because the cast sure hasn't been filling the time.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of blew that off as he was probably there. They were trying to put a little less stress on him. That was my way of thinking about it. I'm not going to read too much into that, but. And then again, we may be reading something. They could be talking about Zingbot. It could be the Zingbot, whatever, 2000 AI Zingbot could enter the house. But they said he would enter the house soon. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? So,
well, and I didn't get all of the letters of what she was saying too. To see what it spelled out.
Yeah, she did kind of say it quickly, and I wasn't paying attention. So
because I guess they were starting to talk about it, but they couldn't remember all of it.
Yeah,
because I feel like that probably stands for something like Ainsley stands for.
What's Ainsley stands for? I forgot. I done forgot. She was such a big important part of this cast. I done forgot what the hell it means.
It's because it's spelt funny too.
She was hot. I did subscribe to her TikTok page.
I don't know. I know the AI is artificial intelligence. Past that, I don't remember. It's in my notes somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know what it means either. But
yeah, it's in my notes from when everything started. But
yeah, we'll have to see. They're still on. Well, they were on Kittens a minute ago. I checked, and yeah, they're still on Kittens. So, I don't see why they would be keeping it down till after midnight because it was a live episode. So the West Coast should have seen it by now. So they're either doing the comp right now or they're coaching them. One or the other. Because God knows this cast needs some coaching. Good Lord. I need to get a sound effect of Quinn saying that it's a cast full of dumbasses because he's right.
No, that was Chelsie. That was Chelsie repeating what OTEV said.
Yes, I'm doing great. How are you doing? I don't know what. I'm good.
He's concerned.
Well, he should be. Why did Shay switch rooms? It's not the same without the Cheerios box.
Where have you been?
Seems like he's missed an episode or two. So she did some house cleaning.
Yeah, what was that? 350 pounds of dead weight?
Yeah, you lost a lot of dead weight there. So it took a lot to push that out. So I'm trying to do well.
Oh, I will get the Cheerios box out of my car though. Just for you, Guillermo.
Why do you have a Cheerio box in your car?
Because Buns eats Cheerios.
Oh, he spent a few weeks in jail. Well, at least
glad to see you're out now.
Yeah, we're 11/29. So good. Glad to know it wasn't a felony. So
yeah, I'll just get a little table to put right here and I'll just set it on there.
Okay. So yeah, because apparently the fans need it. So
I understand.
Yeah. So, I love our new fans, and we really appreciate the Rico Network for bringing him over. Even if some of our guests haven't figured him out. So
they don't have to.
I can only do
is Salty Dog still here? Where are you at, Salty Dog?
yeah. Salty. Well, see, he called me out. He said this wasn't the way to get 500 subs. I'm sorry,
hey,
but
we're just talking about some fun stuff, man.
Yeah, it's just Big Brother. So, but yeah, they're weak. So, but yeah, we're slowly getting there, and we're thankful for Uncle Rico's show. He's done a lot for us. We've had a little help along the way, and Salty, this may not be the way to 500 subs, but as much as people hate it,
you're still watching.
We've got an amazing amount of people that listen on FM radio. There you go. Salty appeared. You summoned him. He appeared. Just like a dog. So,
come here, boy. Yeah, you might have an apology letter you need to write, Salty.
Yeah. Yeah, Salty. You left some of our guests salty. So
of all the flavors.
I'm okay with it. It was good. So somebody, where is Andy? I don't know where Andy is. I hope, Brenda, if you're still watching, is he doing your show? Good Lord. So Jason took it hard. Who's Jason? What the hell is he talking about?
Our guest from last night.
Oh, done forgot about him. Yeah, him. I'm moving on to the next one.
You're already looking at next Wednesday. We've done forgot.
Yeah, I'm moving on. I ain't got time for that. So I don't mean that offensively. I just mean that. So
yeah, I was over on Twitch today screen recording Cat's music.
She's great, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was listening to that again while I'm editing for RFN in Nashville. Well, that's probably a good bet. Probably. Yeah, and she's great. She is great.
Gosh, imagine if we brought him back for Saturday.
Yeah. That would be bad. Well, Salty, I've got the screen here on the right, and it's like a button I gotta push. You know, when I see it, I just kind of push it, but it's like an itch you have to scratch. I had to scratch it, so. But yeah, and Chris.
Why were
you
you
were
why
correct.
were you so mean?
Well, I don't think it was just salty. It may have been rock hard. I don't remember who all it was, but
Why have you renamed him?
I don't know. Well, what was spank me, mommy? I come
I was
spank me.
gonna I was gonna say you renamed him, so
That's it. So,
he's just Spank Monkey now.
yes. No, you're right. I had listened to it, or I am still listening back to it. I haven't finished editing it for Nashville radio, and I think she's going to go places. And I'm not just saying that because she was on our show. So I think that
He's right.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not a hater.
No, I think she's going to go places, and we're going to be able to look back and go, "Hey, we had her."
And I think she'll come back too.
Oh, she absolutely will. She said message me and sent me a thank you.
Yeah, she followed me on TikTok, so now I can see all her TikTok stuff.
I have not. It hit him hard. I have not. I went on TikTok to post that video earlier. So I was trying to get breaking news out there to get our views up. You know, Salty. I'm trying to get the 500. I'm on TikTok. I did a reel in Instagram today, and I never do an Instagram reel. I did a Facebook reel, Insta. What do you call it?
Are you allowed back on Facebook now?
Well, I can't go live, and there's certain things I can't post. I'm still banned till the 24th, so I blame you. But you know, hey,
this is the weapons. I can't help it.
Yeah. Salty. Well, she's gonna go places. So, and if she does come up to Chicago, you got to make sure to go see her. So, she said she was going to try and venture out starting
next year. I think it was.
I think she said spring. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
She just finished up her master's.
Well, she said she had stuff starting in the spring too that she couldn't talk about yet. So.
Yeah, I do know for the radio station, I don't think she was allowed to put any music on our station, the Thin On Rock station. I don't think. I will follow up on that, and I need to get back to where I can do stuff without sitting in this chair and screaming in pain. So
it's fair.
Didn't know she was a golfer. Well, you know, she might be good at it. And Andy is not allowed. He sent me a picture earlier where he was surrounded by a bunch of police officers, Maryland State Troopers. I was kind of
to me too.
I was kind of concerned. They didn't.
I was like, oh, they finally fucking caught up to you, man.
They finally got you, Andy. So it took them long enough. A little slow in Maryland. So, but no, I don't know where Andy is tonight. Really, usually he's messaging me. Last night during the show, he was messaging me on Facebook. Oh, man, she's great. She's great. She's cute. You know,
I know.
That's why you're not on the show. No, I didn't say that. That would be mean. I wouldn't do that. So.
Yeah, you would. You totally would.
No. I like Andy. So. Well, we have a show tomorrow night too, don't we? Have you researched the author yet?
I have not.
Oh, you should. He does some paranormal fire EMS stuff. So like paranormal in the back of an ambulance from some freaky stuff. You might want to check it out.
What kind of freaky?
You're just going to have to read it and see. Or check it out and see. Hey, you were the one that left me unprepared for Honey. What's her name?
I didn't look her up either. But I hope I emailed her and I was like, you let me know when that book is back in stock because I need it. She's like, yes. Gotcha.
You know, and well, we still have a coupon code if anybody wants to use it on your site.
I was like, preferably the hardcover.
You want the hard one.
She's like, oh, okay, I'll let him know that that's not in stock. was like, thank you.
She was great. You know, if we had had her and this, I got a lisp, the fan base that we're getting now, holy cow. She would have loved it. They would have went nuts. I'd probably have my 500 subs. We are working on bringing Erin back. She is great, amazing. We do love her. Unfortunately, she is a workaholic. So she's going to be busy the next couple. She's going to be busy for tonight and Saturday show. So Brenda's going to be there. So
we'll have fun.
Yeah, we'll have Andy and Brenda and you and I don't know who else will come. Maybe we'll invite somebody weird. I know weird people.
We need to reach out. We need to reach back out to the werewolf.
I'm going to let you do that. Because maybe you would have better luck than I would. But it was a full moon, and I haven't heard from him. As far as I know, a message is still on unread, so somebody could have drove a wooden stake in his heart or shot him with a silver bullet or whatever the hell it is they do to werewolves. So
it's true.
I really wanted him. I would love to get him and the time traveling vampire, but so annoying.
He's busy.
So, well, I'm sure he's got a lot going on. So, all right. Well, tomorrow is Jamie Davis with Fun Fantasy Reads, and then we have a Monday night Big Brother. Amanda should be back. She took the night off to be with her husband. Happy birthday, Abe. And then Wednesday we have the Paranormal guys, and we have a UFO spectacular planned. Yeah, we have a UFO expert coming in. And then the latter half of the show, we have another East Tennessean that's got some experience with some haunts, some haints. So should be interesting. And then we're back again to the Brandon Guardian gang. And do I have anybody scheduled that week? No, nobody. And then back to the Misfits Saturday. So
we'll get up to something.
Every time y'all are on the radio gigs, y'all need to keep hammering people to sub here. Well, that's the thing that I'm learning. Somebody told me it's as simple as doing one thing, asking. And I have been poor at asking people to come over to the Sportcat shows and subscribe. So we're working.
You know how much I dish that out on the radio?
And I got to get back on the radio. Oh my God, if I could sit down for long periods of time, it's killing me doing this editing. I'm behind. I'm usually doing much better. So I got to get back on the air. I can't stand.
Maybe you need to get like a an exercise ball.
Okay.
Just sit on.
No, it's not. It's my leg.
Well, yeah, but
I can't even.
Can still help.
If I have anything in my left pocket, I mean, like anything, a small thing, my little snot rag, whatever, it kills me. It's immense pain. I can't sleep on that side. I can't when the chair touches that side. It's horrible. And they're like, "Oh, it'll get better in time." Of course, the doctor's advice: lose weight, eat better, exercise.
It solves all the problems.
Why the hell would I do any of those? None of those are fun. If I was feeling better, I might go exercise. Make me feel better, then I'll think about it. So I'm trying. That's why I'm sure y'all hear me fidgeting with my chair all the time. I'm trying. Well, you see, she lost her table, so.
No, it's just in another room.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought that you. Never mind. Now we just got inside joke. All right. I do want to say, if you came here purely for the big chat in the Big Brother show, we are glad you're here. Please thumbs up and subscribe. We are wacky and crazy, and we review Big Brother unlike the other podcasters. They do it smiling cheerfully and have great opinions, but they don't drop the so very often. So
Fuck you, Kenny.
yes, it's still Kenny's fault. So we are glad you're here. Please remember to subscribe to us. We're going to follow Big Brother throughout the rest of this season. And then when that ends, we have another great show starting called Two Broke Witches with Two Broke Witches. Speaking of witches, did you see the preview for the Disney show coming on with, what's her name? Agatha.
Oh, I heard it, but I wasn't watching it because I was also finishing last night's episode.
Ah, gotcha.
While the commercials were on the computer.
I know we were talking last night about how we were a little over Marvel. That's looked pretty dang good. So,
well, no, it was not us that was over Marvel.
Yeah. I get it. So, but yeah, so we'll I'm tempted to do a review of that show when it comes out. Because I got Two Broke Witches. I got you. You're practically a witch. I'm pretty sure my wife's trying to curse me. God knows my daughter's trying to. Well, I don't know. So, yeah. We might review that show.
We'll review it.
The show.
Don't worry about it.
Universe inside you. I'm not sure what the hell he's talking about. Salty, what the hell are you talking about before I get out of here?
No, and then me and Aaron have got to get together for
yeah, we're gonna tape that. And we also have you and I need to record some episodes from our UK fans who are wanting to do a show. We've got 2 of them lined up. We just haven't dropped the ball on it yet. So, or whatever, dropped whatever. So we need to do that. So we've got a lot of moving parts. Lots of moving parts. Seems like I'm always busy. I don't like this. I want another vacation. Of course, the last vacation damn near killed me. So it's true.
You might lose a leg by the time Big Brother's over.
I wasn't attacked by a shark or anything. I'm back and I'm damn near crippled. I don't get it. So. We are going international. Actually, I'm talking to a.
We've been international.
Well, yeah, we're talking. I'm talking to a UK radio station. So.
Ooh. Yeah, very cool.
I'm actually talking to a shortwave station just because I think it'd be cool, but that's another show. And yes, Chris, you need to encourage that. I would love that, especially when Tennessee beats Alabama.
Ew.
Oh, come on, it'd be fun.
Ew.
We'd have Jeff on. You could moderate. I'll let you moderate when we go at it.
Jeff's never going to let me get in a word in edgewise. You're just going to have to mute him the whole time.
Oh, it's a great universe inside of us. Yeah. Yeah. It's a big, fat, just great big world. I got to push a button. Good night, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you soon. Love y'all.